Okay, here we go. Game 2 of Clint is Clearly Weird Night tonight. And our next game is going to be the Houston Astros at the Cincinnati Reds in 1978 at Riverfront Stadium, one of the cookie-cutter baseball fields. We've only had 2 games played so far. Minnesota and Seattle started the season out early. Minnesota took the first game 4-3. Dave Goltz over Glenn Abbott. And as you can see here, it was a 4-3. Mariners tried to pick it back up in the 9th inning. The Twins scored 2 in the 8th to take the lead in our game. A wild pitch, base hit, that's all it took. And a sacrifice fly by Rod Carew. Wild pitch again for them. That was the first game. And the second game, Minnesota won it 7-2 handily. Okay, again, the same thing I told as I mentioned in the first game. You hit the transfer starting lineups, bring the game up. Go to the starting lineups. Make sure that they are the right ones. That's all you got to do. Yes, I got all the players up. It's just as easy to do it this way. I just got to move players to the right teams as we go along. That's the one thing you got to figure out. There were no transactions on the 6th that affected any of the players. And you do the same thing for the other team. Make sure you got the right lineup. So let's introduce our lineups. And let's start the game. Here we go. For the Houston Astros, it will be Terry Poole, Enos Cabell, Cesar Cedeno, I believe that's Hector Cruz, Bob Watson, Joe Ferguson, Art Howe, Roger Metzger, and J.R. Rich will be our pitcher. Pete Rose will be our third baseman. Ken Griffey Sr., or the right fielder. Joe Morgan, second baseman, recently of Houston. George Foster in 1978. Dan Dreesen, Johnny Bench, Dave Concepcion, Cesar Geronimo, and the pitcher is Tom Seaver. In the real game, it was Cincinnati 11, Houston 9. Obviously not a pitcher's duel. As you can tell. I don't know if you can see it or not, probably not. Okay, but it was not a pitcher's duel. The pitches really didn't last long. It was not a home run derby either. Actually, it was for the Houston Astros. Okay, here we go. And we're in the top of the first inning. Terry Poole's our batter. He's the left fielder for the Houston Astros. And for Terry Poole, in 1978, he batted .289, had 3 home runs, 35 RBIs, walked 48, struck out 46 times, had 32 stolen bases for the Houston Astros. The man can steal. And I got to change something real quick. I think I still can. I like the little C system. It seems to work. It seems to play well. I like it. So I'm going to keep it. That way there also I ain't got to sit there and hear the damn thing ring every time I had a hit or a walk. That's why I'm doing that. Okay. We're in the little C system. Here's the pitch to Poole from Tom Seaver. It is a 45. And Poole stretches out towards Griffey. Griffey makes the catch, and we have 1 down in the first inning. Coming to bat is Enos Cabell. Enos Cabell in 1978 for the Houston Astros. Came out of Baltimore in 1978. He batted .295, had 7 home runs, 7 RBIs, 33 stolen bases, 31 doubles. Struck out 55 times, walked 27, not much of a walker. Here's the pitch to Cabell. It is a 54. And possible error coming into this one here. It's not going to be. And Cabell smacks out also towards Griffey, heading out towards the foul line. Griffey drifts over, makes the catch. We have 2 down. Cesar Cedeno is our center fielder for Houston today. Cesar Cedeno is batting third today for Houston. In 1978, and Cedeno batted in 1978. He batted .281, only 7 home runs, 23 RBIs, stole 20 bases. Keeping in mind that the Houston Astros are still playing in the Dome, they weren't actually looking for bangers. They had a few like Watson. Morgan's another one who could have hit. They were looking for runners. It's like everybody's playing in the pitcher's park. Here's the pitch to Cedeno. It's a 42. And Seaver strikes him out. We have a 1-2-3 inning for the Houston Astros. Coming up to bat for the Cincinnati Reds is Pete Rose, Ken Griffey, and Joe Morgan. And as we get headed here in the first inning, Pete Rose will be our batter. J.R. Richards, our pitcher. J.R. Richards in 1978 himself. And the National League bats here, guys. Keep that in mind. J.R. Richards in 1978 as a pitcher. In 1978 was 18-11. 3.11 ERA, struck out 303, but he also walked 141. Was a candidate for the Cy Young Award. He finished 4th in voting. Now for all his control problems, he had 16 wild pitches, which is a control problem. He only hit 2 batters. Very, very good control on that part of the part. And he does not give up home runs easy. He only gave up 12 in 275 innings. This is about the time that you were starting to see that the innings were starting to go away. For a lot of the pitchers. He started 38 games, started 36 games, completed 16, threw 3 shutouts. Here is the pitch to Pete Rose. It is a 34. As we go along, we'll start getting averages and stuff like that on everybody. Chance for here we go. Here's a chance. And not going to happen. Pete Rose backs out towards center field. Cesar Cedeno hangs in there, and he looks for the ball. There it is. Nice catch by Cedeno in the sun at Riverfront Stadium here in Cincinnati. Coming to bat is Ken Griffey. We'll start looking at the Reds here. A little bit of extra time on because it is the first day of the season. After that, you guys are on your own. Ken Griffey in 1978. Batted .288, 10 home runs, 63 RBIs. Another base stealer, stole 23 bases. Usually played right field and center. 33 doubles, pretty darn good. 1978, yeah, he may have had a kid by then. We'll give him a name of like Junior or something like that. This guy didn't do much, you know. You'd think he'd be in the Hall of Fame or something, but nah, he didn't. You know this kid. Here's a pitch to Ken Griffey. It is a 26. And Griffey, J.R. Richards strikes out Ken Griffey. There's 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. Coming to bat is Joe Morgan, second baseman. Actually, he did play for the Houston Astros for a while. Became a caliber, and I think a decent play-by-play man for the baseball stations. Here's the pitch. And here's the pitch again. It's a 54. Possible range play here. It's a 16. And Morgan smacks it out to right field. Ken Griffey, or right field. Jose Cruz gets it. It wasn't Hector. I take that back. And he makes the catch. That's 3 down in the bottom of the first. 1, 2, 3. Coming up is, for the Astros, will be Jose Cruz, Bob Watson, Joe Ferguson. Jose Cruz for the Houston Astros. And we'll pick him up real quick, because he's an enigma in its own right. Actually, I'm going to make this easy. For Houston, Jose Cruz. Okay, where is he? There he is. Batted .315, 10 home runs, 83 RBIs. Another base stealer. The Houston Astros had 3 of them that put 30 or more stolen bases, and they were not afraid to run, as you would like to know. Cruz had 9 triples, 34 doubles. Terry Poole was in there. I think we talked about him already. Enos Cabell. Cesar Cedeno likes to bat at .281. Joe Ferguson was his catcher at the beginning of the season. He hit .207, 7 home runs. He's had a little bit of pop too. Bob Watson's 14.79. If everybody remembers Watson with the Yankees, it's a whole lot different story. Art Howe was in there with the new manager down the road. Shortstop was Metzger. Roger Metzger, he batted .220. I think he got traded away also. And that's the Houston Astros staff. Cincinnati's, we'll make this quick. 1978, I do take this back. Johnny Bench at 260 with 23 home runs. The Reds had hitters. Dan Dreesen with 250, 16 home runs, 23 doubles. Pete Rose had 51 doubles that year and a 302 average. Not a lot of base stealers. Dan Dreesen, Ken Griffey, Dave Concepcion could run. He hit 301, 6 home runs. George Foster only hit 40 home runs, just only. All them. Tom Seaver, who was pitching for the Reds at the time, went 16 and 14, struck out 226. He was on the back end of his career. And to me, it's a shame, because to me, it's almost like he hung on, and that just bothers me. He did the Mets, he finished up with Boston, then he retired. And that's a shame, too. He really had a couple of good years, 3 good years in Cincinnati, but he was playing for Captain Hook. And I can't remember yeah, it was. And in the strike season, 1981, I think it was, 14 and 2. By the way, guys, down the road as we go along, and as I start picking up more of the seasons, I'm going to tell you right now, we will not play. I'm sorry, Al, I can't do anything about the blurriness. You know that. We've run into the same problem. Keep in mind, this is my 3rd showing. I don't think there's anything I can do about this at all. If there is, let me know. I will look for it. Oh, God, looks like I got an echo running again. Okay, anyway, I will not play any of the strike seasons. Period. I will not play them. That's also my reference to baseball, too. I won't play those. I will not play 1994. I will not play 1981. I might play 1972. I've got to be desperate. Here's the pitch to Jose Cruz. It is a 13. And Tom Seaver fires the ball in, and Cruz gets the walk. Cruz is on first with the walk. First batter on base for Houston. It's not the first hit. Coming up to bat is Bob Watson, the first baseman. And Watson had a .357 on base percentage. Runners on first base. Seaver's on the mound. Here's the pitch to Watson. It's a 21. And Watson smacks it out towards left field. George Foster's reaching under it. He's got it. And Watson is out with a fly ball towards Foster. Joe Ferguson's the catcher. He also, I think this is the year he would have got traded to the Dodgers. I believe so. Here's the pitch to Ferguson. And it's a 15. And Ferguson hits it, beats out, of all things, he sneaks one in there, beats on infield, hit heading towards between shortstop and third. Don't really know which way to go. Cruz takes second. Ferguson's on first. Houston has their first hit of the game. A cheap shot base hit in the infield. And coming up to bat is Art Howe. Art Howe eventually became the manager, I believe, of the Astros, too, at one time. Good manager, too. Here is the pitch to Howe. It is a 64. And Seaver strikes him out. That's Seaver's second strikeout of the game, go along with 2 walks. Coming up to bat will be Roger Metzger, the shortstop. Roger Metzger was more of a fielding shortstop than he was anything else. Didn't bat well at 220, I think I showed you guys. Here's the pitch to Metzger. It's a 62. And Metzger smacks it out towards right field. Griffey's got a beat on it again, and he makes another play. And that is the 3rd out. And Houston had 1 hit. An infield hit by Ferguson, left 2, and at the end of 1.5, it is a 0-0 game. Coming to bat for the Cincinnati Redlegs is George Foster, Dan Dreesen, and Johnny Bench. We are in the bottom of the 2nd inning. J.R. Richards pitching. Here's the pitch by Richard. It's a 36. And Foster has struck out. That's Richard's second strikeout of the game. Dan Dreesen will be our batter. He had a .397 slugging average. Decent hitter. Looks like I've got a lot of home run power in here for him in this game. Here's the pitch to Dreesen. It is a 42. And Dreesen specs it out towards Metzger. Metzger scrimmages the scarf it up. Fires over towards Watson, and we have 2 down. Due up here is Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is our catcher, all-star catcher. Believe me, an all-star catcher, eventual Hall of Famer. And also we all know him, Baseball Buddies, if I remember right, guys. He did the Baseball Buddies. Here's the pitch. 46. And Richard strikes out bench. That's the third strikeout for Richard. At the end of 2 innings, we have a 0-0 game. We've got a good old, we got the kind of baseball I love best, guys. I'm not even going to lie. And let's see what we got going on here. What, this game here, the seasons are $24, about $26 a piece. That's cheap. Go get it. Go get a Stratomatic season, Beatles. They're $45. If you want to get seats like that and play a different style of game, Action PC is the other way to go. If you don't want to do dice, okay? Action PC, if you catch the Cox Sports at the right time, oh my God, are the sales for real? And if I thought about it, I had the money at the time, I would have had the game for about $40, and I could have picked up 20 seasons for about another $80, and then I still would have gotten the discount. That's baseball. And you had a choice. I could pick 10 seasons I wanted because they already gave me 10. Yeah, he does. No, I didn't fall asleep, Val. I'm sorry. Am I not being heard? Okay. And here we go. We are going into the top of the third inning. We have a 0-0 game. Good old-fashioned baseball. I love it. J.R. Richards, our batter. Here's the pitch by Seaver to Richard. It's a 13. And Seaver strikes out his opponent. His third strikeout of the game. We've got definitely looks like we may have a pitcher's duel going. The last time I played this game, it ended up being a blowout. Seaver got racked, and Richard didn't fall much behind him. Terry Poole's our man. First time up, he flew out to the right fielder, Ken Griffey. Here's the pitch to Poole. It is an 11. That's going to take care of that. Here we go. It is a 21. Possible chance for a home run. I don't know if it's going to get that high. No, sir. It's going to be a double. And Terry Poole smacks one out towards right center field, heading over towards the wall of the cookie cutter. And he makes it into second base with a stand-up double. As it was also a carpet double, which is a shame. A carpet double for Terry Poole. Coming up to bat is Enos Cabell. Enos Cabell's first time up also flew out to the right fielder. And here's the pitch. It is a 25. Enos Cabell, he slaps a little ground ball. Seaver smacks it up, fires over to first. Poole takes third. We have a runner on third base. We have 2 down. Cabell hits 1-3. For any of you keeping score in this wonderful game, Cesar Cedeno will be our man. He struck out the first time on a Tom Seaver curve. Here comes the pitch to Cedeno. It is a 66. And it's put lights up on the ball, heading out towards Foster. Foster's not even bothering. He's looking up, and over his head, it is gone. 2-run shot for Cesar Cedeno, and the Houston Astros lead 2-0 on a 2-run home run by Cesar Cedeno. Great shot over the left field wall, and the fans are not being real pleased right now. Here we go. Here comes the pitch. Jose Cruz, first time up. He got on the walk. Here's the pitch. It is a 31. And Jose Cruz pops out over Concepcion's head. It turns into a base hit. We have, 2 down. Runner on first. Coming up to bat is Bob Watson. Bob Watson's also a danger to hit a home run. Last time out, though, he flew out to George Foster. Here's the pitch. It's a 24. And Seaver strikes him out to end the inning, but the damage has been done. Houston puts it 2 runs across on a 2-run home run by Cesar Cedeno, which is kind of sad, but that happens. And I gotta check something silly, guys. I always do. It's a surprise if they have one. Nope, that's the 14th of July. And that's the 5th of June. Okay. All right. That's something special for you guys when they pop up. We're gonna have a good time with those. But they don't happen that often, so it's not something we can pick up here. Okay, coming to bat for the Cincinnati Reds will be Dave Concepcion, Cesar Geronimo, and the pitcher Tom Seaver. It is a 2-0 game for the Houston Astros. Here comes Dave Concepcion. And it's a 51. And Dave Concepcion hits a pop-up heading out towards third base. Cabell's waiting for it, and he makes the catch. And we have one down, bottom of the third inning on a 2-0 Houston lead. Cesar Geronimo was our batter. Nicely, he was involved in 122 games for the 1978 Cincinnati Reds. Here's the pitch. It is a 65. And Cesar Geronimo hits a pop-up over towards third, over towards the right field, third base side dugout. And Cabell makes the catch. It is 2 down. Tom Seaver will be batting. Tom Seaver, actually, he could hit a little bit. He had a 207 on-base percentage. He walked a lot. Here's the pitch. It's a 35. And J.R. Richards returns the favor that Tom Seaver did and strikes him out. That is J.R. Richards. 4th strikeout of the game also. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom third inning here. It is a 2-0 Houston lead. Coming up to bat will be Ferguson, Howe, and Metzger. That's okay. It happens, Al. It's quite all right. Oh, beat it. I've got OTP 18. I bought that also. I have that also. I don't play it as often as I should. I'm more into what I'm doing. I believe it or not, I'm more into the dice game that I'm playing. The dice games. I like that idea. I don't like the idea of the computer running what I'm doing. It's just me to have no fear about that. But I've been dealing with computers since 1980, so I started out in the forefront. So that's why I have a real lack of faith in computer programming sometimes. But what I'm looking up, guys, I'm going into the retro sheet. I'm going to add ejections to the game. Is what's going to happen. I can find the ejections for every game played. We're going to have fun, guys, when those come up. I'm looking for Earl Weaver's ejection history. I want to find that one so bad. Okay, guys, here we go. We're in the top of the 4th inning. This is brought to you by Old Style Beer of Chicago, because I can't remember what Cincinnati's beer was. And Joe Ferguson is the batter. First time up, he hit a base hit. He is 1 for 1 today. Here's the pitch. It is a 25. And Ferguson hits a weak pop out, heading out towards, as it heads out towards third baseman side. And Rose makes the catch. We have one down on a pop-up in the top of the 4th inning. Art Howe's our batter. He's 0 for 1. Last time up, he struck out on a Seaver pitch, on a Seaver throw. Here's the pitch by Seaver. It is a 54. Possible range play going on here, as everybody likes to say it. And Howe does not get it. He flies up, make it out on a nice lazy fly ball, heading out towards Griffey. Griffey makes the easy catch. We have 2 down. Due up to bat is Roger Metzger. Roger Metzger the last time did fly out to our right fielder, Griffey. Griffey's been a little busy today. He has 4 putouts already for the game. Here comes the pitch by Seaver. It's a 52. And Metzger strikes out. Seaver's 5th of the game. And we have a 1-2-3 inning for the Cincinnati Reds. We really do have a pitcher's duel going to the bottom of the 4th inning. J.R. Richards is still on the mound. Coming up to bat for the Reds is Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. Here we go. Pete Rose is our batter. First time up, he flew out to the center fielder, Cesar Cedeno. Here's the pitch. It's a 63. Rose smacks it out, heading out that way, drifting out over towards the left. Cedeno parks himself underneath it, waits for the ball, makes the catch, and Rose is out on another fly ball to center field. Ken Griffey is due up. First time up, he struck out. He's the first strikeout victim of J.R. Richards for the 1978 season. And here's the pitch. It's a 54. And Ken Griffey does smack it up, decides let's go say hello to our other friend on right field, Jose Cruz, and he smacks out to his counterpart. Jose Cruz makes the catch. We now have 2 down. Due up is Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan, first time up, did fly out to Jose Cruz, heading out towards the foul line. Morgan is our second baseman. Like I said, I like him too. I'd like to see him on the Major League Baseball channel. We'll see if he gets on there. Get away from ESPN. And here's the pitch to Morgan. It's a 23. Okay, and J.R. Richards strikes him out. This is a great pitching game going on today. That is the end of 4. At the end of 4, it is Houston 2, Cincinnati nothing. Coming up to bat will be J.R. Richard, Terry Poole, and Enos Cabell. We're in the top of the 5th inning. A wonderful game going on here in Cincinnati. Due up to bat is J.R. Richard. First time up, he struck out on a Tom Seaver fastball. Here's the pitch. It's a 46. And J.R. Richard strikes out for the second time in the game to Tom Seaver. This time it was on a nice slider. As he was caught looking at it. Then we have one away in the top of the 5th. Coming up is Terry Poole. Terry Poole hit a doubles last time up and scored out Cedeno's home run. Here's the pitch by Seaver. It is a 22. Terry Poole gets one out towards left field. It's picked up by Foster. Bounces on the carpet again, and it's a base hit. And Poole's on first. Coming up to bat is Enos Cabell. We have one down. Enos Cabell will be our batter here. We're playing straight baseball. I'm enjoying this even better. Here's the pitch. It's an 11. This could be trouble for the Cincinnati Reds. Here's the pitch. It's a 21. Pass, it's a double. Here we go. And Cedeno hits out over, gets past Dan Dreesen, heads on, and rolls down the line on the right field side. The Carpets take it over, heading out towards the wall, and Cedeno gets on a double. Poole scores, and we have a 3-0 game for the Houston Astros on a double by Enos Cabell. Cedeno is due up to bat. I apologize if that was Cabell's double. I take that back. I do apologize. Cedeno is 1 for 2, strikeout and a home run. There is no in between. We are in the top of the 5th inning on a 3-0 Houston lead. Here's the pitch. It is a 34. Cedeno smacks it out towards center field. It's heading out deep towards the wall, towards the 404 mark. And here we go. Here we go. Geronimo makes a jump. He makes a leap and makes the catch against the wall. Cabell turns around, takes it, heads back over to third on the tag up, and we have 2 down now on a great fly ball by Cedeno. Cabell's on third, cruises the batter, 2 down, here we go. Here's the pitch by Seaver. It is a 16, and Cruz smacks it out to Concepcion. Concepcion is able to scarf it up on the ground on the carpet, fires over to Dreesen. And there are 3 down, but not before Houston adds another run on 2 hits, a base hit and a double. At the end of 4.5, it is a 3-0 lead, and it is very, very good. Yeah, but it's just my way. As a matter of fact, the very first game I picked up, really for real, I was 25 years old, and I bought Avalon Hill's baseball game. I had the 1979 season. Was the very first time, and that's a pure card game. And I thought, it took me a couple of times to learn it correctly, but once I did, it was one of the best games I ever played in my life. Unfortunately, when I got divorced the first time, I lost it, along with the Avalon Hills basketball game for 1980. Oh, did that make me cry? I can't find that game for less than $150 on eBay right now. It was a truly fun game. My God. But yeah, so I'm going to play card and dice. I love it. I know other guys like to play other styles. Everybody has their games. Jester likes that ISP. I like ISP, but ISP and also like Strat. I do like them both, but I want to be able to throw my own dice to do it. ISP you can't. ISP has another problem too. It's like MP3. You can't fast forward the games. So I have to play all 1,200 games or 2,000 games of the season of 1978. I don't mind. I have nothing better to do. I'm 62 years old. I'm getting ready to retire. I have all the time in the world. Coming up to bat is George Foster. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Last time up, George Foster struck out. Here's the pitch. It is a 24. And J.R. Richards sneaks one past Foster for his second strikeout against Foster. That is Richards' 6th strikeout of the game. Coming up to bat is Dan Dreesen. Last time up, he grounded out to the shortstop. Metzger, and here we go. Richard is on fire. Here's the pitch. It's an 11. There we go. As everybody knows, that's never good news. 36. And Dreesen sends a double down the right. Hits that double down the right of the line as it bounces back over to the wall. So Daniel picks it up, fires in, but Dreesen's on second with the first Cincinnati hit of the game. And that breaks up the no-hitter after Richard went 4 1/3, gives his first hit he gave up. Dreesen is on second. Bench is coming up to bat. Johnny Bench is first last time up. He struck out. Here is the pitch by Richard. It is a 23. Possible fifth the range play coming in. Not going to happen. And Bench is struck out by Richard. Richard's 7th strikeout of the game. Coming up to bat is Dave Concepcion. He popped out. He popped out to the third baseman. Dan Dreesen's lying there on second base, waiting to get moving. And here's the pitch to Concepcion. It's a 15. And Concepcion singles out to second. Singles towards left field. Dreesen's heading towards home, and he makes it in. The Reds, not only did the Reds break up the no-hitter, they also broke up the shutout, too. They had their first run of the game. Concepcion makes it over to first base. Coming up now is Geronimo, and Geronimo's getting it set up for the plate. Richard's getting ready for the windup, makes the pitch, and there goes Concepcion. Concepcion's heading towards second base, and he makes it. Concepcion, with his first stolen base of the season, is on second base. He is a threat to make over to third. Coming to bat is Cesar Geronimo. 2 away. It's a 3-1 game. Here is the pitch. It's a 36. And J.R. Richard has struck, for technical purposes, J.R. Richard has struck out the side. That is his 8th strikeout of the game. Concepcion is stranded on second base. Cincinnati finally gets their first hit in their first run of the game. Houston leads 3-1. We are now in the top of the 6th inning. Coming up to bat for Houston is Bob Watson, Joe Ferguson, Art Howe. And Bob Watson's coming to bat. Last time up, he struck out. One of Seaver's 6 strikeouts. Here is the pitch by Seaver. It's a 23. And we have a range play going here, guys. It's not going to make it. And Watson grounds out towards Dreesen. It gets up there fast. Squirts to Dreesen real quick. He grabs the ball. Steps on the bag. We have 1 down in the top of the 6th inning. Due up is Joe Ferguson. Joe Ferguson is 1 for 2. Popped out to the third baseman. Man, he got a base hit. Here is the pitch to Ferguson. It's a 43. And Seaver strikes out Ferguson. That is Seaver's 7th strikeout of the game. There are 2 down. Top of the 6th inning. Art Howe is our batter. He flew out to right field last time up, and he struck out. Here's the pitch to Howe. It's a 61. And Art Howe hits out towards shortstop. And Concepcion picks it up, fires over to Dreesen, and it's 3 away. And at the end of 5.5 innings, it's Houston 3, Cincinnati 1. On a still, I don't care. It's a pitcher's duel. Seaver's due up to bat. It's still a pitcher's duel. He's still in this game. And we're not going to bring him out early. Here's the pitch to Caesar. Here's the pitch to Seaver. It's a 66. And now I'm glad I didn't. Here's the hit. And Seaver hits it out towards right center field. It takes a Riverfront Stadium AstroTurf bounce, gets over the head of Cedeno, bounces out towards the wall. Seaver's heading towards second, and he is on with a stand-up double. Tom Seaver is on with a stand-up double in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Cincinnati Reds. Coming up to bat is Pete Rose, and the Reds are threatening already. Game is tight. It's a 3-1 score. Here is the pitch to Pete Rose. It's a 26. And Richard strikes out Pete Rose for the first time this season. That is Richard's 9th strikeout. Coming up is Ken Griffey. Seaver's on second. He would like to score, make this a 3-2 game. Here's the pitch to Griffey. It's a 36. And Richard walks Griffey. It's his first walk of the season. J.R. Richard, 1978, led the league in walks, 141. This is his first one. There will be many more. Due up the bat now is Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan's 0 for 2. Strikeout and the fly out. 2 runners are on board. Here's a chance. Here's the pitch to Morgan. It's a 46. And Richard strikes out Morgan. That's the second time he has struck Morgan out. George Foster's our man. We have 2 down. That is Richard's 10th strikeout of the game. We've got about a serious pitcher duel going on here. George Foster is 0 for 2. Both strikeouts. Here's the pitch to Foster. It's a 43. And Foster hits a weak ground ball to Richard, who gets it over to Watson. We have 3 down. No runs. 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. And we have a 3-1 lead for Houston. 2 pitchers are throwing their hearts out today. It's a great, great game. Seaver's on the mound. Roger Metzger's due up the bets. Roger Metzger, J.R. Richard, Terry Poole. Houston's is leading 3-1. We are in the top of the 7th of a fantastic baseball game today, folks. Roger Metzger struck out the last time at bat. Here's the pitch. It's a 51. And Roger Metzger pops it out. Heading out, hits a high fly pop-up towards the third base side. Who's going to call it? Pete Rose does. And Roger Metzger pops out to Pete Rose. We have 1 down. J.R. Richards the batter. The pitchers are just acknowledging each other. It's not a sign of any dirt. It's a sign of respect. Here's the pitch. 51. And J.R. Richards swings the bat on a swinging butt. It ended up being a wild throw, and Richard takes first base. Error by the catcher. By the catcher, Johnny Bench makes the error. E2 on the throw to first base. J.R. Richard is on first on an error. So both pitchers have now reached their base, have at least reached first base. Comes back is Terry Poole. There is 1 down. Houston is leading 3-1. And the Astros, we're going to let them try the hit and run on this one. It is a 22. And Terry Poole gets it off on a single over the right field, heading out towards Griffey. Griffey's got the arm. J.R. Richards, though, does make it over to third. He is on third base on the hit and run. Terry Poole's on first base. There is 1 down. Poole's on first. Richards on third. Comes back is Enos Cabell. Houston has a 3-1 lead. And here is the pitch to Cabell. He has 1 RBI already. And Seaver strikes him out. That is Seaver's 8th strikeout of the game. There is 2 down. Top of the 7th inning. In a very tight ball game. Richards is on third. Terry Poole is on first. Coming up to bat is Cesar Cedeno. Cesar Cedeno is 1 for 3. He has the home run of the game. He's the only home run so far. 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch. It's a 26. And Cesar hits a high fly ball heading out towards the wall in left field. Foster's not going to let this one walk by him. He heads out towards the wall. He's into the warning track and makes the catch. There is the 3rd out of the inning. A threat by Houston is squashed. We're going into the bottom of the 7th of a 3-1 Houston game. A fantastically pitched game. Oh, God. Oh. This is turning one of the better games I've had, guys. I'm going to enjoy this. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. All right. Second chance, Harry. Second chance. Your best drunk Harry Carey at the bleachers at Wrigley Field. Take me out to the ball game. Do it with an old style in the hand or a Budweiser. Me, I gotta do coffee. I quit drinking 41 years ago. Coming to bat for the Cincinnati Reds as it gets towards the tail end of the game is Dan Dreesen, Johnny Bench, Dave Concepcion. Cesar Geronimo will be on the hole if it gets down that far. It's a 3-1 game. Dan Dreesen is 1 for 2. He doubled in the 5th inning. He scored the only Reds run. Here is the pitch. It is a 42. And Dan Dreesen slaps it out towards Metzger. Metzger chases over towards his right. Gets the hop. Makes the play over to first. And we have 1 down. We are in the bottom of the 7th of a great game. Johnny Bench is our batter. He made the error, but they were able to save it, so it didn't hurt. Johnny Bench has struck out twice in this game. Here's the pitch. It's a 25. And Johnny Bench hits a single, gets barely gets over Metzger's head. Johnny Bench is on first with a base hit. Tying run is at the plate in the name of Dave Concepcion. And Johnny Bench hooks at first base on his infield on his single, just popped over to short, so it makes it easy. Dave Concepcion is 1 for 2. He's knocked in the lone run for the Cincinnati Reds. Had a base hit and a stolen base. Here's the pitch. It's a 13. They walk. Dave Concepcion. Bench goes to second base. 2 runners on. Cesar Geronimo's the batter. If it gets down to Seaver, a pinch hitter will be coming in for Seaver at this stage of the game. There's 1 out. Cesar Geronimo has fouled out to the third baseman and struck out. Here's the pitch. A 45. And they have walked Geronimo. That is Richard's second walk of the game, or third walk of the game, I believe. Tom Seaver is due up. However, as I promised, we're going to bring it. There's going to be a pinch hitter coming in for Seaver. Let's take a look and see who the first pinch hitter of the game was. Hold it, guys. I'm sorry. I just blew it. Hold it. Sorry, guys. I hit the wrong button. I take that back. Hold on. Sorry, I hit the wrong button, guys. I am so sorry. It should still be playing, though. Yep, we're still playing. Hang on. So it's going to be a two-parter, guys. Sorry about that. All right. The first batter of the game for Cincinnati for pinch hitting will be coming in to pinch hit for Tom Seaver will be Dave Collins. Dave Collins will be the pinch hitter for Tom Seaver. Dave Collins will be coming in. In the real game, he didn't get a hit. Here is the pitch to Collins. Bases are loaded. The infield is in. They're going to try to make the play at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a 24. Collins is struck out. Collins is struck out. In the bottom of the 7th inning, that is 2 down. Bases are loaded. Infield's back to normal play. Pete Rose is the batter. Here we go. Here's the pitch to Rose. 64. And Richard has struck out Rose. Saved the inning for the Houston Astros. Oh, my stars. No runs. 1 hit. Bases left down. We're at the end of 7. It is the Houston 3, Cincinnati 1. Oh, my stars, we need to get a... Okay, the first pitcher for Seaver was Pedro Bourborn. And Bourborn's in the game for the Cincinnati Reds. He'll be coming in. First appearance up this season. He'll be facing Jose Cruz in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch to Cruz. It's a 12. And Cruz smacks it out to Morgan. Morgan fires over Dreesen. We have 1 away. Due up is Bob Watson. Bob Watson today is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. It's a 35. Bob Watson hits a weak pop out heading out towards Rose. Rose is waiting for it. Here it comes, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Joe Ferguson is 1 for 3. Struck out the last time up. One of Seaver's 8 strikeouts. Here is the pitch. It's a 53. And Ferguson hits a ground ball over towards Rose. Rose is able to pick it up. Fires across the diamond over to Dreesen. Then we have 3 down. At the end of 7.5 innings, it is Houston 3, Cincinnati 1. Due up is Ken Griffey, Joe Morgan, George Foster. 7th inning, we had a great one. It was Cincinnati's hope to get some runs in, either tie or take the lead, and they got shut out. J.R. Richards is in the bottom of the 8th inning. He has 3 walks, 12 strikeouts this game so far. He's really pitching a gem. He is on his game. Here's the pitch to Griffey. 56. And it's J.R. Richards, 13th strikeout of the game. And guys, I'll tell you right now, for all the games I've played, this is the most strikeouts I've had. 21 strikeouts for 2 teams and 13 for 1 pitcher for 1 game. This has been a game I'm glad I was able to broadcast to everybody. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you guys enjoying this. I love this kind of baseball. Coming to bat is Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan is 0 for 3. He has 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. It's a 63. And Phil Morgan smacks it out, heading out towards center field. Cedeno's waiting for it. 2 down. Coming to bat is George Foster. He is also 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a weak hit over to Richard. We are in a 3-1 game. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 2 out. Here is the pitch. It's a 64. And Richard has struck out Foster for his 14th strikeout. Oh my goodness. Richard is starting the season out the way it should be. My God, 14 strikeouts for J.R. Richard. What a fantastic way to go. How to start a season. Oh, how about that, as Mel Allen used to say. Coming to bat for the Houston Nationals in the top of the 9th is Art Howe, Roger Metzger, and J.R. Richards. We're going to leave him in. He's pitching a gem. Here's the pitch to Art Howe. It is a 52. And Howe smacks it out towards Rose. Rose is able to grab it up. Fires across the diamond again. Easy play, 5-3. And we have 1 down in the top of the 9th. Roger Metzger is coming to bat. Roger Metzger is 0 for 3. He has 2 strikeouts himself. It says 1K. Oh, he flew out to right field. Okay, I missed that. Sorry about that. Here's the pitch. It is a 31. And Roger Metzger walks. He's on first base with his first time on field. J.R. Richards coming to bat. There is 1 down on a 3-1 game. And he's going to try to bunt him over. Good practice. 13. No, it's a strike foul. We're going to hit it normal. Here's the pitch. It's a 65. Possible error. Ain't going to happen. And Richard pops a high pop up heading towards behind the plate. Benches throws the mask, and he makes the catch. And there are 2 down. Due up, Terry Poole. Terry Poole is 3 for 4 today. He's just making a mockery of the game. He has a double 2 base hits. He has scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Poole. It is a 54. And he hits it out deep towards right field. Geronimo's waiting for it, and he makes the catch. No runs on a walk at the end of 8.5 innings. It is the Houston Nationals 3, the Cincinnati Reds 1, and a definite pitcher's duel by everybody concerned. J.R. Richards is on the mound for the 9th inning. He has given up 4 hits, walked 3, struck out 14. Due up the bat is Dan Dreesen, Johnny Bench, and Dave Concepcion. Here's the pitch. It's a 21. Dan Dreesen smacks it out towards right field. Jose Cruz is waiting down for it, and it's 1 down. Coming up is Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is at 1 for 3. Got a base hit in the 7th inning. Ended up at 3rd base in a disastrous inning for the Cincinnati Reds. Here's the pitch. It is a 35. And it's a ball. Here's the pitch. It's a 41. And Bench smacks it out towards Metzger. Metzger's waiting for it. Here he goes. And he fires it over. Bench is out. 6-3. Here's the last hope for the Reds for this game. Dave Concepcion. Dave Concepcion is 1 for 2. Has a stolen base. Here's the pitch to Concepcion. It's a 62. And Richards struck him out the end of the game. What a fitting way. Houston has got 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Cincinnati 1-4-1. J.R. Richard had 15 strikeouts. And give me about 10 seconds here. We'll give everybody the final analysis of a great, great game. Oh my! It was a best game I've played, guys. And I played I got a 1-0 game in here somewhere too, in 1929, I think, of all places. I thought that was totally cool too. Okay. Let me get your bite. There is no blown saves in this one. This is beautiful. This was a beautiful, beautiful game. I got your stuff. Let me bring up mine. I have the text files. I keep them all at all times. Okay, guys. Pitching-wise, let's start with the Cincinnati Reds. Tom Seaver's going to take the loss and pitched a beautiful game. I don't care. He gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, walked 1, struck out 8. He gave up that home run to Cesar Cedeno in the 3rd inning. But I think he pitched a great game. I'm not even going to worry about it. Pedro Babon finished up the last game, 2 innings, gave up 1 walk. And he did great in relief. For the Houston Astros, J.R. Richards pitched a gem, 4-hitter. 1 run, 1 earned. Walked 3, struck out 15. You can't go any better than that. For our bats, for the Cincinnati Reds, Johnny Bench had the lone error of the game. If everybody remembers, J.R. Richards got on base with it. Tom Seaver and Dan Dreesen hit doubles, of all people. Dave Concepcion has the lone RBI for the Cincinnati Reds, and they did not hit, and Tom Seaver gave up the home run. I don't think they hit in any double plays, and by looking at things, they did not. For Houston, Enos Cabell, Terry Poole both hit doubles. Cesar Cedeno hit the home run. Enos Cabell and Cedeno had all the RBIs. Houston left 7 runners on base. Cincinnati left 6. By the way, there were no multiple hitters for Cincinnati. A lot of multiple strikeouts. Matter of fact, the top 4 of the order struck out 9 times. All got horse-collared. Not a one got a hit. Johnny Bench of all these had the most put-outs, which is not surprising, but Dan Dreesen's right behind him, 16-27. For the Houston Astros, Terry Poole is the only multiple hitter of the entire game for everybody. He went 3 for 5. And he only had a double. He had no RBIs, but scored 2 runs. Cesar Cedeno, as I said, had the lone home run, 2 RBIs, and Enos Cabell had the other RBI. Joe Ferguson obviously has the most putouts, 15. Otherwise, everybody else is doing well. It was a great game. I'm going to post this one in Delphi forums. I want them to see this one. It was fantastic. Guys, this has been a fun evening. I thank everybody very, very much. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank Al, Beat. I think Max was in here for a while earlier. Hopefully, I was hoping Strat would be in here, but I don't think he was. Guys, I want to thank all of you. If you tell the rest, do let them know. Understand that the thing is blurry. This is my 3rd game that I did. And I'm sorry for the blurriness. Hopefully my voice is clear enough that everybody understood the game. If there's a way we can fix this, I'm not sure how to do it, but I think Al, you've said something about YouTube doing this on purpose. So let's hope it went right. I wish it could have been shown. It would have been a whole lot better. I'm not sure how to fix it. You guys take care. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to catch the news, then go crash. I got to work in the morning. I thank you very, very much as always. Give my best to everybody out in the field. I notice we have more fans than what I thought we did. We seem to have about 30 or 40 people who are in the crew. Please invite them to watch the games. I do appreciate their watching them. And as always, comment if you like. Please hit the up arrow if you like the game. Hit the down arrow if you don't. Have a great evening, and I will be watching you guys tomorrow. Take care.